Wagwan people, viewers and listeners, welcome to another episode of Sanii, Sanaa, ndani ya Youth Plus Radio, where we are all about inspiring and nurturing the future generation. My name is MC Kipesa, and today I have the privilege and honor of introducing a guru in this industry, manze. Ugalem noma. She's a TV host, a radio host, an influencer, and a boss lady bado, because she is the CEO of MRX. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me introduce to you the one, the only, Mwalimu Rachel.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I have to ring the bell, make it all official.
Damn.
Asante sana.
Karibu sana,
Thank you for having me.
It is such a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine.
Yes, to be in this ambience right now. Yeah?
You all are doing an amazing job.
Thank
you.
you,
Yeah,
thank you.
appreciate being here.
So, Mwalimu, let's kick this off. Na tutaenda way back
All right.
to when you were a little younger. Umetoka mtaa gani, Mwalimu?
What? All right. So, born and raised kule Mombasa. Pwani kabisa. Yes. Lived there for 13 years. And then my father got the bright idea of moving all of us to Shags.
Shags being?
Embu. Proud Embian in the house. We are very few. We get that joke a lot. And people say you're like 5 in the whole of Nairobi.
True. It is very true.
Yeah, we get really excited whenever we meet another Embian anywhere. Trust me.
The funny thing, you're all celebs. Waembu wenye wako Nairobi.
Thank you.
Ni ma celeb.
So, moved now to Embu County while I was joining high school.
Okay.
And it was a big shift, you can imagine, culture shift, language barrier, because I'm literally in the village. But you know, my dad had built a nice, comfortable home, and the adjustment wasn't so different from what we had been enjoying in Mombasa. But it needed that readjustment. Yeah, so went to high school, Kenny Girls High School, shout out! And completed my, high school there. Nikapita mtihani, thank goodness. Nikaitwa University of Nairobi. University of Nairobi.
Ulikuwa unaenda kusomea nini sasa?
BA, my guy, BA. And at first my dad was like, there was that misconception of BA is so kawa, bachelor of anything.
Yes.
That's what they used to call it.
It's not very specific.
Right?
On the
like,
arts part.
And my dad tried so hard for me to change the course to business administration. In fact, I had to lie to him, and he knows this. I had to lie to him and tell him, nilienda hiyo administration block, nikaomba ati nichangiwe faculty and whatnot, wakakata because my maths was not the best.
Okay.
I lied. I never even went to that school. I didn't go to that faculty. So I just stayed with the Bachelor of Arts. And then now I picked my units, these are courses. That was in sociology, language and communication, as well as political science. So
from the get-go, you really chose your path?
Yeah, I knew I must do something to do with media. That was given.
All right.
But ukienda pale BA, they didn't have a specific media course that you could specialize in. That was only for parallel students. The closest I could get was that thing called language and communications. And that's what I took together with the other units.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where? Sasa umeingia university.
Confused and all
that. Sasa uko campus. Umeingia ni miaka ngapi? Ulimaliza tuanze hapo, ulimaliza. You were very focused in campus?
Second upper. Yes.
Second upper. Ngoja, umetoka coast, umekuja Embu, saizi uko Nairobi, and you're very focused.
I had to be, okay, first year though, michezo. First year nakuanga introduction. First year is kuja, enjoy town life, ona Nairobi, be amazed by, the free time that you have and the independence that you have. Because remember, all the previous years I was under my father's house and his rules. So hii ilikuwa yani uko na key yako ya room, uko na freedom, uko na time. What you want to do is up to you. Ujipange vile utaenda class, kama utaenda, kama hutaenda shauri yako. So yeah, first year I was not focused. Come on, let's be honest. First year ilikuwa too happy. My house parties.
Hey days.
But let me tell you, focus kicked in the second year of me in campus.
All right.
Because that's when I even joined various groups as hobbies, extracurricular activities. Like there was this one called Go Mad, Go Out Make a Difference. And hapo sasa ndo nilianza kufanya vitu kama poetry, theater and stuff like that.
By this time ulikuanza ku MC ama bado?
Bado. It was mostly stage, being on stage. But being on stage as you are acting gives you a bit of experience in how you can be as an MC when you're talking to a crowd.
You know how to manage the crowd, to move with the motions of the crowd and all that.
And just to have confidence and get rid of that fear, So hapo ndo nilianzia, and a friend of mine now told me, hey, you've always mentioned to us whenever we are, sitting down and going through scripts and whatnot, how you want to be in the media world. At first I wanted to actually do TV, but akaniambia kuna hii radio station inaanza, and unaweza enda hapo uone kama kuna kakibarua unaweza kupatiwa.
Ngoja, hii umemaliza ama ni time yenye tu bado kwa hii program? Second year. Okay. Ushaanza kuambiliwa tu job hapa na pale.
Sasa unajua pia unatafuta kado hapa na pale. Si ndio? So he told me there's this radio station that's starting. They're looking for young people to just pass out flyers to market the radio station.
Okay.
I'm like, where's this radio station? Iko Zangara. Hapa Sarakasi Dome. Inaitwa nini? Gateway Radio. So I was like, okay. I'll think about it, and then probably tutaenda. Cheki group. Now, crazy story, right? In that same month, I think it was a span of a week or 2 weeks, nikaambiwa pia kuna place ingine wana have auditions za radio presenters. Iko wapi? Baricho Road. Inaitwaje hii station? Inaitwa Homeboys. In fact, ndo hii ilikuwa advertisement actually kwa Daily Nation. So a friend of mine, again from hii group inaitwa Gomad, hii ya ku-act, hii ya kampo, anaitwa Felix Ndolo, beshte yangu, akaniletea hiyo pull out. Ananiambia hebu enda ujaribu, wewe uko na passion, unataka hizi vitu sana kwa media. Nikasema sawa. So this one weekend we went with a friend of mine, shout out to Caroline Gorobi.
Okay.
And we went for the auditions. Nimwambia tu anipeleke lakini yeye pia ajaribu, because what's the harm, right?
There's no harm.
Tukaingia, kila mtu alikuwa na room tofauti yenye unaenda sasa kuauditioniwa na certain senior presenter there. They were looking to add on to presenters. They'd already started. So I ended up in the room where auditions were being conducted by John Raba, the boss, DJ John himself. Okay, mwenye tulikuwa tunamcheki kwa TV nini.
So kwanza umeingia hivi tension kidogo, kabaridi.
I look at this guy like, wewe ndo unani interview mimi? Okay.
Kutendaje?
Kustama nayo. Nauliza maswali za tell us about yourself. Mimi nishaanza, I am the second board in my family. Irrelevant questions and answers. Irrelevant answers.
Sasa uko media train bado ujui.
Mimi niko green. Hata sijui hizo auditions zinaendaje. I answered such even when I was leaving that interview room, I knew I'm not getting this job.
Hakuna kujipea hopes nini.
I was like,
too sawa.
But uzuri ni when we were walking away, we were told just make sure you have your details written out properly kwa hiyo registration, paper. So I went and I checked my email is yes the one, my phone number ndio hiyo sawa. Haya tukatoka. So I asked my friend Carol,
how was it?
Yako iliendaje? So yangu iko mbaya, ilikuwa poa. Mimi sasa hiyo I'm like, oh no, mimi nime flop.
Umechoma.
Maana nimechoma mbaya, nikamwambia yangu it didn't go so well. I was too starstruck, I was panicking, I stammered, fell over my words, kana usijali. So nikamwambia anyway, at least kuna ile job nilikuwa nimeambiwa Ghetto Radio. Let me go and try. Nione kama naweza anza kupeana hizi flyers. Akasema sawa. Okay. So now the next week nikaenda uko Ngara Ghetto Radio. Tukaingia hapo, tulikuwa wase kadhaa, wakatuambia this is the work that we have. It won't pay much but nika kitu ya kusaidia. You'll be designated in different streets to pass out flyers to cars.
Pocket money hata tu.
Pocket money, unaona? Utahand out flyers kwa watu wa magari, watu wanatembea, so that they know about Ghetto Radio. Sawa. When are we starting? Like the next day. So while I was there, something came to me and I asked myself, what's the harm, Rachel, if you ask for an internship at this radio station? It's starting out. I bet hawajafikiria mambo ya kuemploy watu vile unaweza pata kitu ya kufanya hapa.
Ngara si mbali.
Exactly, na chuo. Walking distance, unacheki. So now, the then PC, the programs controller, the boss hapo hivyo alikuwa Mwafrika. Beshte yangu sana. At that time pia alikuwa rapper, msewa ma hip hop mbaya. So I approached him and I asked, hi, as you give me this job ya kuhand out hizi flyers, I'm wondering, kuna venye naweza kuja na nikuwe intern hapa hivi, nataka tu kulearn. I just want to be in this environment. I just want to see what happens. I want to learn from observation and just being active, you know, helping out.
So far, nataka wase kwanza understand hapa. Hapa ni no connection, no nothing, ni kujituma.
Exactly.
Kujituma. I need people to know that.
Yani, you know, whenever I hear people say Nairobi lazima connections, lazima, I get very sad. And I know, yes, that scenario may be there.
Yes.
But my personal experience has been so different. I didn't know anyone in Nairobi. Kumbuka mimi ni mgeni Nairobi tu tuanzie hapo. Unaona?
Yes, mzaliwa.
Kabisa. So hii story ya kusema lazima connections hapa ni kujituma. In the space that you're in, ile time unajipata kwa room yoyote. Look around you. Nani yako hapa?
Jua watu.
Nani naweza uliza, kuna chance naweza pata kitu ya kufanya hapa. Take a chance on yourself. It will not hurt. Sometimes what keeps us away is fear.
It's just fear.
Niyo tu uoga ya kuwa rejected na kuambiwa no. Maze you'll not die. Wewe uliza.
Uliza.
Ukikuwa shut down,
ni sawa.
Liwe liwalo.
Bado unakula.
Exactly.
Bado unalala, unapumua.
Exactly.
Tuendelee. Haya, sasa Mwafu umebonga naye.
Mwafu akanicheki hivi akasema, unajua lakini hatutaweza kukulipa. Kwa sababu ndo tunaanza maze. Hapa pia tuna rely on funding because we're being funded by I think a company from the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. Nikasema, I totally understand. Mimi nitakuwa najipanga, kamposi mbali. Vile tu umesema nitatembea, tutafika, I just want to learn. Nikasema, hey, okay. Sawa.
Weka.
Utaanza lini? Nikasema, soon as possible, when do you need me? Sema kuja Monday, because I think that hiyo time ilikuwa ni Saturday ndio tulikuwa tume meet. Monday nilikuwa hapo. And uzuri ni, it was the time I was starting this internship was coinciding with the long holidays za chuo.
Umefunga shule.
Unaona, ilikuwa ndio inataka sasa kuanza. So I'd leave classes, I go to Ngara, and I'm given an assignment. And here's the thing, it wasn't even within the studio. I think your studio niliingia like twice in the whole 6 months that I was there. Because nilipewa field work. Another senior reporter was assigned to me, anaitwa Robo beshte yangu mbaya. Big shout out to Robo. Robo akanitake maze under his wing. Akaniambia, Mresh, wewe kuja, tunaenda streets na wewe sasa. Alikuwa anacheka sababu anasema, wewe dembabi umekuja Ghetto Radio. Nataka nikutoe hiyo ubabi sasa. Twende streets, unaona? Uone sasa life venye iko for my youth dem hapa hivi mtaani. Utawa interview, nitakufundisha how to interview them, how to integrate with them, how to collect news, how to use the recorder, the equipment and everything. I was so excited. Na imagine hivyo ndo ikakuwa, tukaenda kama ni Kije, kama ni Ziwa, uko ndani Kibira, tunaenda tuna interview because as Ghetto Radio they were getting news from those
the streets themselves,
from the young people there, wakaaji wa huko and everything. And that really helped me a lot. Naweza tangamana na watu wa kama ni huko Mombasani, kama ni huko Nairobi na hata kule mtaani Ghetto. Naweza kaa chini naona ni bonge na wao. Unaona accent itaniuza kidogo but
lakini mta relate, kuna venye mtakuwa pamoja.
Exactly, tutaflow.
Sasa ndio sasa Ghetto Radio internship umepiga umemaliza. Twende first gig ama first career.
Acha nikwambie because hii inakuanga ni testimony. The day that I finished my internship at Ghetto Radio, it was a very sad day for me because I'd really loved the place. That was like my family here in Nairobi. Unaona? In fact kuna day mwingine anaitwa Jackie. Jackie in fact alinipatia hostel yake room because you know we are now closed for the holidays. Na mimi sina mtu huko Nairobi. So she told me, you know what, I've got my family home and everything. Stay here in this room, hostel ya hapa Ngara. Kwa hapa tu karibu na Fig Tree.
Zima girls hostel.
Exactly. You stay because you don't have anywhere to go so that you continue working as our intern.
Wow.
Can you imagine what that does to you?
That's nice.
Can you imagine how amazing
Yes, it is.
you feel that somebody actually said, stay at my house for free. Alikuwa shalipia for a couple of months. Food na kila kitu. Wewe sasa tu ishi kwa room yangu, report to work. That's all. And prosper.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
I love her to death, Maze. Shout out to Jackie. So now, siku ya 6 months imeisha. Sawa?
Tuende sasa.
Mafa amenicall kwa ofisi Maze. Shaniandikia recommendation letter naambia Rachel imekuwa poa sana that ume come through, umetufanyia kazi. And you know at first siko nalipwa kitu, but because of my consistency niko napoa so moja per day for the 5 days. So at the end of the week nalipwa ako ka 5 sock Maze. Na feel I was rich. I felt so rich. You have no idea. No idea. So akasema nimependa
that you're living.
Exactly. Anasema nimependa hiyo consistency yako na kila kitu, but sadly I have to let you go. And unfortunately I can't also onboard you as a permanent staff kwa sababu kusema kweli Rachel, you're very different from everybody else here. Sisi tunataka wase authentically ghetto because that's our target audience. Yes. And I completely understood. I completely understood. Kasema, you know what, Maf? For the fact that you took a chance on me, a little girl from Embu County, na appreciate sana. Nipatie recommendation letter.
It was all smiles for you.
Nililia though, nilifika hostel yangu nililia. Kwa sababu sasa hata shule zilikuwa zimefunguliwa, so now I was back in campus.
Oh, okay.
Haya, nikaenda kwa hostel yangu sasa UON. Sawa? Kufika kule, nimelia man. Because I'm like, so what am I going to do with my life? You know, when you are so busy, mpaka unaambiwa say, guys, I have to go to work.
Work, imagine niko job. Naingia job.
Niko job. Okay, mimi working class.
That's nice. That's a nice feeling.
Imagine it is purpose.
Job.
Yes, you feel you have purpose, an extra reason to wake up in the morning and do something great for yourself. Sasa hiyo najipanguza machozi hivi, simu inalia. So I pick it up. I'm like, hello? Hi, am I speaking to Rachel Modoni? Yes. You had once come for auditions here at Homeboys Radio? Yes. So
6 months later.
Yep.
Is when the call comes in.
So there's a position open to add other presenters. Might you be interested? Huh? Duh. Yes. I'm like, where do I come? Akanambia pale studio and will be many basically. Okay. So you will be taken through a session with the boss akwambie what we want to do.
Sasa the girl from Embu, the little girl from Embu with 6 months of experience has set foot into Homeboys Radio.
Yeah.
Biggest radio station back then. Sasa kuliendaje?
Well, you might think ati nilianza nikianza job immediately, but we were all called, we were like 10 of us for this second onboarding of presenters, And our boss told us, you know what, we'll train all of you equally for a couple of months. And then at the end of the day, we are only going to pick 3. So ilikuwa competition.
Okay.
So we're only going to pick 3 maximum. Ideally, we even want 2. But tukienda sana, watatu. So it's up to you. To work hard, to be consistent, to show up, ili ukwe examined na tutajua mwenye tutapick. So tukaanza. Sasa hiyo unajua sasa classes zishaanza heavy. Cuts, kila kitu. Unajua? Mimi niko huko and we used to report at 6 in the morning and then leave at like 6 in the evening.
Wewe msichana atasoma?
Unaona sasa? In between, from 6 to say 8, 9, I'd ask for an hour, 2 hours to run back to class, UON, attend class. Class ikiisha, narudi tena wapi? Baricho Road.
Yes.
Unaona? So at least my producer then understood. Akasema, umejituma sawa, wewe fanya hivyo. Time nikiona exam, naomba ruhusa. There was 1 or 2 cuts I did not make it for because nilikuwa kazi. But I just researched the cuts, okay? And after the training and everything, 3 people were picked. One of them was, do you remember, and this, it's a person you know very well, Austin Chimano. His name is Austin Willis Chimano. The one and only Chimano wa Sauti Sol.
Ngoja.
Oh,
Pia alikuwa anataka kuwa presenter.
That golden voice. Oh my God, we're like, he's the star. He was the
Yani ni wale wase mnakaga nao mnajua ni huyu.
By the way, we were so sure huyu anaingia direct.
Ni kweli aliingia.
Yes, na tuko tunajua by the way ati kuna kaband kake hapa fulani kanaitwa Sauti Sol ati wanaenda Alliance Fonse ku perform. Unaona? He just used to mention I'm in a band. We're like, yeah, whatever. The other person was a good friend of mine called Della Mbaya. And then I was also picked. Na mimi niliambiwa wewe ndio ile wa third. Yani ingebakisha hivi kidogo singeingia. It was a tussle between me and another lady. I barely made the cut. Why? Because they were like, what we liked about you, number one, yes, that consistency. And the fact that you asked questions a lot. You wanted to know, you wanted to learn. So because of that, you got in.
So kuna kakierere fulani hapa kalisaidia.
Ilisaidia. And now we started. I was put in the sports department. Austin was put in the entertainment department. Delambaya was put in the news department. Now it's for you to work, create scripts, go on air, and be a presenter. And then at night, on Fridays and Saturdays, sawa, from midnight to 3 a.m. Midnight to 3 a.m. tuko na show. Tuko naitwa After Party Live, my friend. Social
Friday
life
na Sato.
Gone. Social life for who?
Nivo, hauna time.
Sasa sina time. Mchana niko kama si chuo niko kazi. Nikifanya kwa sports department ama sports desk. Usiku weekend niko wapi? Studio. From midnight to 3 na ni live show. Hakuna mambo ya ku-pre-record. My friend. Nikachapa. And from there, I was elevated to now the afternoon slot because a position became vacant. The then presenter for the afternoon show, it used to be called 1 to 4 because it used to run from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Her name was Koi Gitei. Ana acting hata sahi kwa Njoro wa Uba. So Koi left for Capital. And my boss called me in and says, hey, now there's a way. You have to now dive in the deep waters and take over this afternoon show.
Zeni big leagues. Sasa ndio prime time bado ya radio.
Leagues. Alafu sasa yupo naambia, and with this comes also unaongezwa kama mshahara. Now that was exciting.
Anyway, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I was like, so I'm ready. Hata kama uko ready. Never say you're not ready. Never say you can't do it. Say yes. Then figure it out later. Ile stress nilikula. Nikifigure out what am I going to do on this show. So first nikaanza just the basics of trying to do the show the way she would do it. Having the same features because I wanted to understand the audience and understand the show. And then with time I started doing my own thing because I was like, okay, this was nice until where she left it, but I need to inject a bit of myself in the show. I need now to change the look and feel and the sound of the show. And then an idea came to me. And I was like, you know what? I love to learn and also love to teach. In fact, it was Koi herself before she left who pointed it out to me. She said, I don't know what we were discussing. Something had been trending on Facebook at that time. Hata hakukuwa na Twitter.
Oldies, yeah.
We're the oldies, we're the OGs. And she told me, hey, Rachel, you are such a mwalimu, you're such a teacher. I was like, yeah, I was explaining something I can't remember. So I said, what if I make a virtual classroom? What if, kwa sababu my first language is actually Kiswahili.
Kiswahili, yes.
Nianze kufunza Kiswahili, mambo ya kamilisha methali, kamilisha sentensi, nyambuliko asijui nini. Ni fun tu nayo.
Bado show ni yako bado.
Show ni yako, I can take it anywhere.
1 to 4.
Yes.
What do I need to do?
There you go. Nikaanza. And it was fun. And guys started asking, hey, this is a different kind of show. I was like, yeah, I'm the teacher, you're the student. And then they said, now this is the audience, right? One guy, I remember, akanitext, akaniambia, vile unatufundisha hii Kiswahili, ofai tu kujita Rachel. From today, jina yako ni Mwalimu Rachel. This name, Mwalimu Rachel, was given to me
by a fan.
By a fan.
Nice.
And I took it up. I said, you know what? I like it.
Ni kushika na kukimbia nayo.
Take it and run. And
nice.
That's how Mwalimu Rachel brand started.
All right.
And then I sat down and said, let's take it further. Issue inaitwa 1 to 4. why don't we call it class 1 to 4? Makes sense, doesn't it?
Producer unaonaje? Kwa sawa?
Akasema I love it. Tukasema sasa, let's go even further. Let's add elements of this class 1 to 4. Hence the what?
The bell.
The bell. Ni kuwa creativity.
Bana, ndio hiyo hapa.
Lazima udare, lazima
Tumia hii kitu bana, brain.
Na have fun while you're at it, you know?
Yes.
Mazi nikaanza. Hey, one time my boss called me in. John Raba mwenye kanita kwa ofisi akaniambia, "Now Rachel, nimekuwa nikisikia hii show You know, it's something very different compared to the other shows on Homeboys Radio."
Yes.
The others, we're urban youth station. Primarily we use English, not Kiswahili or Sheng. So I don't know where you're going with this whole class 1 to 4 thing na mambo ya Kiswahili. Nikamwambia, you know what, my boss? I hear you. I understand where you're going with this. Give me 3 months. Give me 3 months proof of concept. And during these 3 months, what I'll do is I'll show you what my vision is, and hopefully we'll get now clients buying into this show.
Okay.
Give me those 3 months.
So you challenged your boss.
Exactly, and I put a challenge to myself. I didn't know it was
then
going
you
to
put
work.
in the work.
Because I didn't know that this thing was going to work.
But
you're
not certain, like
here we
really
are.
have to go into it.
Sindio? Boom, kaanza. Kila siku consistency mpaka nanunua vitabu. Unajua zile vitabu za past papers. Hiyo sasa ndio ilikuwa content yangu ya show. That I committed. I used to buy books myself, pesa yangu, and I just add, you know, volume to the show. In about 2 months, I had amazing clients buy it, and they came specifically to class 1 to 4 to sell Safaricom, Coca-Cola, Airtel, who else? I mean, big companies came and they're like, we want to advertise specifically on this show. And that was when my boss knew he had struck gold.
Nice. Nice. So you put the challenge there. You're not very certain about all this, lakini unaanza kukimbia nayo.
Yeah.
You challenge yourself. Yes, you were comfortable doing your thing.
Yes.
Mdosi anaona kidogo hii show tutafanya nini? Naona hapana, haiwezi baki hivyo. Let me put in some more work ndio ujue kwa nini nafanya hii show.
Exactly.
Nice.
It became such a monster of a show. It was the biggest afternoon show on radio, running for what 7 years. It was really amazing.
7 years Homeboys Radio, class 1 to 4.
Yeah, but now in totality, I had been at Homeboys for 10 years.
Nice.
Okay, so that's when now Energy Radio came calling.
Sasa by the way umeanza gigs MC na
yeah, Mwalimu Rachel brand may take off, my guy. Everyone is like, we love the fact that number one, you speak both English and Kiswahili very well.
Nice.
You know how to blend in and out. We want you to come and MC this particular event. It's a corporate event. Zengine zilikuwa ni ma-concerts pia. Engaging the youth as well as grown-ups in some forums. Moderating some, you know, sit-down discussions. And that's when I really started seeing the money coming in, the brand growing, connection as well to different age groups through what work I was doing at that time. So it was a beautiful moment in time, yes. Okay,
now let's go to the brand now itself. At this time, after 10 years in Homeboys, has MRX come in the picture ama bado? Umeanza talent development hapa ama bado?
Nilikuwa ndo naanza in 2016. 2016 is when I sat down and I was like, you know what? Okay, the brand is growing, but I can't just be Mwalimu Rachel as a name. I need to register something, a company that is going to run my affairs, you know?
Workflow imekuwa more.
Workflow imekuwa mingi. Okay? I need somebody to handle my digital. I need somebody to handle bookings for me for these events. Because sometimes I would forget, haya, nilikuwa na event hii na hii na hii at the same time.
Nangina diosha tuma deposit.
Deposit shakula.
Na umesahau.
Imagine. So I had to, at least in my small way at that time, bring in somebody to assist me. And, you know, nikaanzisha website yangu, nika register kampuni, MRX Media Limited. And then it just was managing my affairs.
Okay.
And now during, in 2020, yes, that is when now, because of the outreach programs I would do, nilikuwa nimeanza sessions inaitwa MRX sessions, meeting up with the youth, because at that time walikuwa sha bond na mimi as Mwalimu Rachel, and they knew that Mwalimu is looking out for the youth. I used to teach, you know, and mentor while on radio, you know, about Hustle Mondays, getting your paper up, entrepreneurship. Haikuwa shwe udaku, by the way. Some people say it was the most unsexy show. You know, on radio, everybody else is talking about relationships, talking about, you know, exactly.
This and that is happening.
Exactly. But I wasn't really about that life. It's good to know. Once in a while, of course, utaongea what is happening currently. It's good to be, you know, aware of what is happening. But what's the value you live with after listening to my show? Have you been inspired? Have you been encouraged? Have you learned something new? Have you been challenged to start something new? Because I needed that for me when I was starting out, and I never really got it. So I said, I will be the one to start that.
Okay.
You see?
So during all this, have you ever had any challenges being a woman, say?
Oh, yes.
Let's say that. Did you see it being differently? For considering mko na kina Chimano, the same show, mko the same job, unaona kuna venye mlikuwa mnaona ni kama kuna
bias, you know,
fulani kufinyiliwa kidogo hapa na pale.
It wasn't the challenge first and foremost was the mindset. The first challenge what you have to overcome is how you perceive yourself. And by the time I was even, okay, the Mwalimu Rachel brand was growing and everything, Chimano had already now gone to do his own thing.
Now in music.
And we are seeing Lazizi, wangu we on screen, we're like, haya.
Tulikuwa tunamdharau.
Don't you say, haya. This is the band I was talking about, right?
Okay.
And I opened the challenge because wow, he's doing his own thing. He was brave enough to say, I can't continue with the radio. I must concentrate on this.
Yes.
So that's when even I was like, I have to do my own thing, okay? And the challenge I have to overcome is the mindset. You don't have to sound like everybody else on radio. You don't have to do it the same way everybody else has done it. When people are sitting down and presenting, you stand up. You lie down. You present upside down. Do something different.
Yes.
And then when looking at now, mambo ya how we were being treated differently, it came much later when now I started understanding mambo ya value for what you do. And yes, I sat down, I was like, what I am bringing into the company vis-a-vis what I'm being paid, it's not matching up. Other presenters, whether male or female, who are earning more, honestly, were bringing much less.
Sasa ndo unaanza value sasa.
Sasa nikasema
kidogo.
I think I need to write an email and ask, can we have a discussion about my remuneration? Okay, with lots of respect. Okay. And wakati sana nilikuwa nimeona okay, nimefika mwisho, glass ceiling, there was nowhere for me to grow further and expand. That's when I decided, okay, maybe I need to look at other avenues, you know. But I left there vizuri sana. Nilitoka pale nikiwa nimepeana my 3 months notice. Unaona?
No bad blood.
No bad blood. In fact, when I was saying bye to my boss, John, he said, you know what, this will always be home. Yes. If you go out there and things get tough, you can always come back. You imagine your employer telling you that.
That's nice.
If things don't work out there, there will always be a space for you here.
So bado kuna ile discipline bado. Kuna ile bado tabia mzuri. Unafaa kujibeba.
Heshima lazima mazee. Hata kama una feel disgruntled, wanafaa kunilipa more, but cool down. Present your case. Kama iwezekani sawa, then respectfully wacha nitafute njia nyingine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Sasa ndio hiyo tumeruka MRX. Sasa ndio ukianza MRX, what was the plan? The very beginning, what was the plan?
So the plan was to inspire young people to be more in life. And how we were doing that is by having sit-down sessions with young people, getting them access to mentors who will speak to them one-on-one. Unajua watu unaonanga kwa TV, unawacheki kwa billboard, unacheki unasema huyu nitai hata pata hiyo chance kukaa chini naye hivi. Unaona?
So kuna Mwalimu Rachel the brand and Mwalimu Rachel sasa the business lady. Hapo una change sura. there's a different aspect hapa ya kujua.
Inabidi. As a business woman, kuna situations zingine huwezi cheka. Unajua, when it's business, business doesn't care about your feelings. The company is a totally different entity from you, the person, especially when you're starting out. That's why kila mtu akona pin yake. Mimi niko na KRA pin yangu, biashara iko na KRA pin yake. Haya, we're different entities, okay?
True.
So while I may be softer, I may be a bit more friendly, I may be mtu wa watu, pale kwa biashara, lazima kidogo sura itabadilika. Not because that I'm going to be mean or anything. I'm just a bit more serious. So getting the business up and running was already a challenge. Whether it's about paying taxes, it's about registering and having the proper documentation. But MRX as a company, the vision was to inspire young people to be more in life. And like I mentioned earlier, connecting mentors to these young people. They need to be shown the way, guidance, to be talked to be encouraged, to be inspired, to be told, this is what you have, this is how you can turn it into a career. Many of us are talented, for instance. How can we turn that career into money? Because, hey, we will still want to make money out here and survive and live a good life, isn't it? So, tukaanza kitu inaitwa MRX sessions. MRX sessions ilikuwa sasa ile physical meetup. Tuna rent out space,
this is before COVID.
Food. Yes, way before COVID.
Ilikuwa ina work vizuri
sana. All right, tuna get space, and we used to have kind partners who used to come in, like the Foundry. Shout out to Mr. Roy King. Alikuwa anipatia venue for free maze. Alafu sisi tunajipanga kama ni kuget catering, kama ni kupatia wase refreshment, soda, nini, maji. And then now we even get the speakers to come and talk about different topics. For instance, somebody will come and talk to them about social media and management, how to create a brand for yourself through social media so that you can be engaged as an influencer. Somebody will come and talk to them, someone from Centonomy, for instance, course about managing money, would come and speak to young people about saving, budgeting, investing in the long run.
So under these three pillars, so there are different people in these different segments and they wanaongelesha youth. So when these people approach you, when the youth approach you, they approach you accordingly. Venye wanataka kupangwa sasa.
In fact, there's right now a live WhatsApp group that we created from way back then. Where now I would engage one-on-one with them and ask them, what would you like us to discuss? Whom would you like us to bring to talk to you? Area gani ya maisha yako unahitaji usaidizi? Tuone vile tunaweza kuconnectisha na mentor. Unaona? So, and our three pillars ni mentorship, financial literacy, and talent development. That's what MRX is all about now. When we started, it was a bit shaky. Hatukuwa na hiyo vision vile. But now we're very clear on that. So, they'd come, speak to them, and these young people will go back with something at least to work on. It's good to see that some of them even got jobs and got into employment.
Mkona testimonies bado.
Tuko na testimonies mazee. Wengine walikuanza na biashara zao ndogo zimegrow. Wengine pia walipatana wakaanza kudate jamani. Kwa hivyo mapenzi.
Kuna vitu mingi
watu watapatana.
Kuna vitu mingi zina happen.
Exactly.
Nice. So can you please just share with us? Maybe there's somebody who wants to join. He or she wants the MRX, the experience itself. So how can they get or reach out to you?
Well, our WhatsApp line is 0704 494 725. That's 0704 494 725. Okay? WhatsApp. We have something we call chat nights, MRX chat nights. Every Sunday from 6:30 to 7:30. Sometimes we extend also. So the conversation will go hot. And we all contribute to the conversations. We are over 400 members right now in your WhatsApp group. Come as you are. No judge. It's a safe space. We talk about issues. I share about my own personal experiences. There's some things, we call them tribers, the members of MRX. Tribers, like tribe MRX.
This is your clan.
This is the clan now, okay? There's some things tribers know about me, other people out there don't know. Because we really share and we become vulnerable in there and we guide one another, we advise each other.
So there's a lot more happening.
There's a lot more happening in the background, my friend.
Kuna vitu mingi unaweza gain from that.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is MRX. How long has it been running now?
7 years now.
7 years.
Starting
7
out was
years.
tricks. 2 years of COVID, everything shut down. Those 2 years, everything shut down. And also I discovered I was trying to do too much by myself. I didn't have a proper team. I didn't have structures within MRX. So I've learned, even as an entrepreneur, if you're watching and listening to this right now, muhimu sana upate team. I know you're thinking about the cost. I know you're thinking about, I am the only one who can do it best. But it's so important for you to have a team, because it's that team, if they come in and they support you well, ambao wata elevate biashara yako, ambao sasa itakusupport. It's your team that's going to help you grow. You cannot do it alone.
They will keep you afloat.
Yes,
and also on toes. Now on toes, and you have to keep going.
Yeah, because there was a time pia nilikuwa nime-relax. I wasn't really involved in my company. And it's my company. And I wouldn't even show up to the office. Well, because I'm at a media engagement. I am a family woman as well. Niko na mtoi wangu. Kuna vitu mingi sana zina happen huku. Nasahau kampuni. But with the team, uko wapi? We need this.
Kuna vitu kadhaa zinafaa kuwa zimesainiwa, uko wapi?
Thank you. Thank you. So they keep me in check.
Nice. So teamwork makes the dream work.
That is it. That is it.
Yeah, so Mwalimu Rachel sasa. Unaweza tuambia, nowadays there are young people out there just looking at you, they're inspired by your story and all that. Please just tell this someone what they need.
Wow.
Yani ye mwenyewe ako hapo anasema niko na talent. Najua naweza fika hapo. What do I need? What's the way? Which is the path?
I hear
to go?
you. Yeah? Start. I know it sounds cliche. I know, but start with what? Start with what you have. Ukiangalia sana sahi, many young people are on social media. What are you doing with that space? What are you doing? Listen, you buy bundles. You are feeding the system, right? You buy bundles to be online. You spend your time online. That is a resource that can never come back. The most important resource we all have is time. If you do not get even a shilling or two out of that investment, because that's an investment, and you need to get an ROI, return on investment. If you don't get something out of it, unajikosea. So how do you start? If you have talent, where can I see the talent? Don't say, oh, Mwalimu, let me start, I sing for you. No. Show me. Do you have a YouTube channel? Have you posted anything on your Instagram Reels? Have you posted anything on Facebook? Pale kwa Twitter umeambiwa say check out this link. Anything. Do you have anything to show for it? Because that's the only way I can also look and see, okay, there's potential here.
Because hakuna time ya kupatana na wewe atinda kuja siku fulani kwa ofisi. No. Just share your links, share your merchandise venye tu uko. And then
from there now,
fanya kazi.
Ama pia naweza correct nikwambia don't do it like this, try it like this. Unaona? So start. The other thing is lazima mazee uji encourage. Encouragement sometimes haitakuja vile unataka ati mtu anakupatia motivation wewe mwenyewe wewe mwenyewe lazima one ujitume na one uji encourage kila siku, positive vibes, positive thoughts, positive words. Affirm yourself. Say you're the best. Say you can do it. Say to yourself that, you know what, it may be difficult now, but better times are coming ahead. You must, because if you rely on other people to build you up, it's the same people that can do what?
Bring you down.
Bring you down, honey.
Yes.
So you must first tell these things to yourself. As normal as it sounds, as you itasaidia na nini as it sounds, but please, wewe unajua vile itakumotivate. It all starts up here in the mind.
So the voice in your head should be your voice.
Thank you.
Si kenye nani alisema ama kenye fulani anakuaga. It should be your voice. Listen to your own voice.
Kabisa.
That's nice. Wow, me and my guys, I feel inspired already. I feel we could go on and on and on. But hatutashinda tukiongea. It's time to put in the work, Sindio, my guys. I love this. I hope you enjoyed our interview. That has been Mwalimu Rachel for you. So that's a final question.
Yes.
Is Mwalimu Rachel experience? Are you guys enrolling fresh talent right now? Ama there's already a team that you're working with? Ama how do people go about the enrollment itself? Sasa upande wa talent. Juu wasanii wengi sana ndo najua wana watch
sahi. I hear you. Ile kazi ambayo nimeanza through Energy Radio kwa sasa. And every Fridays I play up and coming artists music, right? The email where you send your audio to and your music to is experience, EXPE, the whole word, experience at mrxmedia.co.ke. You send your music pale, plus a bio of yourself. If you have artwork for your song, even better. And what I do is I listen to all the songs that come in, and I select 3 of them, zenye sasa zitacheza, from 5 to 6 p.m. on Energy Radio every Friday.
Nice.
Every Friday, without fail. So that's where I have started. Now, what eventually I would love to do is expand it so that now, from that which is sent, I can see the talent that I can now take up and develop further.
Okay.
Okay.
So hiyo ndo cut off. Hapo ndio interview, hapo ndio iko sasa.
Entry point.
Entry point.
Hapo ndo entry point. Kwa hivyo kama wewe ni msanii, tuma muziki yako pale. Ndio, labda itachezwa leo, okay? Because watu ni wengi.
Watu ni wengi kweli.
Line ni refu hivi, unaona? Leta kwanza muziki. Sisi tuta take time, but ikiwa imepass the, unajua kuna ile standard pia check, lazima iwe
quality pia,
quality
lazima
control has to be there, you know. Studio ikoje, ulienda studio, master song angalau hata kama si ile perfection, lakini iko mahali pazuri, iko na vibe poa, umeweza ku clean out them cuss words, cause man, I'm not gonna do that job for you, man. I can't do that.
This is national radio, man.
Yes.
So
some people send in songs with cuss words. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I can't go and clean up your work.
No. Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. You do the homework. Do the homework. Mwalimu will do the rest. And then now from there is we'll see how we can reach out to these young people and give them the opportunity to be managed by us, to help them in their branding aspect. Hiyo sasa ndio ina encompass talent development. Yeah.
Very, very nice. So, Aki, tumemalizia juu ya wakati. Sioni kama you enjoyed, right?
Thank you.
So, yeah. Now you'll do the honors of tamalizia. When it comes to the end of our class with the Mwalimu Rachel, it has been amazing, educating, inspiring, and most of all, I hope you guys will want to work with this person. This person is the person to work with right now. She will cater for your needs, na show how to do it. Mwalimu, utatumalizia darasa?
Hey, naona naweza. Unasema ni Sanii na Sanaa ama Sanaa na Sanii?
Ni Sanii na Sanaa at Youth Plus Radio.
We've had a wonderful time here today. Thank you so much for your undivided attention. Tukiwa hapa na MC Kipesa, yours truly, Mwalimu Rachel. And of course, this has been Sanii Sanaa at Youth Plus Radio. Catch you next time, and don't you move.
Kwaheri Mwalimu.